It was the girl's very first time on the stand. Nervously, she clutched at the hem of her dress. A colleague leaned close, whispering instructions. Raise your hands, tuck your skirt into your waist, and wave outward. That's how it looks like you're really working. Her gestures were stiff, mechanical, and before long, a man stopped before her. She had just earned her very first customer. Later, the madam handed her a generous tip, but the girl didn't even look at it. Instead, she tossed it straight into the fire. The madam was shocked. "What on earth are you doing?" The girl's reply was cold, trembling yet resolute. "I'm cremating the person I once was." From that moment, the innocent, starry-eyed girl was gone. No one could have imagined she would one day become one of Mumbai's most feared and revered figures, the Mafia Queen. She had been born into privilege, raised in comfort, with a dream of one day becoming a star. Her boyfriend, upon learning of this, spun a lie. "My aunt is a film producer. I can help you." Blinded by trust, she followed him to Mumbai, only to fall into a pit of despair. For a mere 1,000 rupees, barely 87 yuan, the man sold her to a brothel madam. At first, she resisted. She refused food, convinced that if she starved herself, they would let her go. But she had underestimated the cruelty of this world. 6 days of torment broke her will. By then, she knew, even if she escaped, her family would never take her back. For the sake of their honor, they would sooner strangle her than accept her. So she stopped resisting. She powdered her face, painted on smiles, and began welcoming men of her own accord. Her beauty quickly made her the most sought-after girl. Rich customers showered her with gifts of gold, which she would often pass on to the other girls without hesitation. It was then that she took on a new name, Gangubai, and with it a vow. Within 5 years, she would rule this place. As her influence grew, she led the other women in acts of defiance, even daring to skip work en masse to go to the cinema. The madam seethed at this open challenge, and one night she finally saw her chance for revenge. A man came demanding Gangubai by name. The staff sensed danger and tried to send him away, but the madam smiled coldly. "No, let him in. He's perfect for her." Inside the room, the man's face twisted with malice. He threw down wads of cash, pulled out a gun, and grabbed Gangubai by the hair, slamming her against the wall. "Please, help me," she cried towards the madam. But the woman only smirked, ignoring her pleas. The cries turned to screams, the screams to silence, until at last the madam feigned concern and unlocked the door, preventing the other girls from rushing in. By the end, Gangubai's body was broken, bones fractured, her skin stitched in 29 places. Lying in hospital, she understood. This had never been chance. The madam had set her up.
就在众目睽睽之下，把男人揍成了猪头。随后，大哥坐车离开，留下男人给甘谷处置。甘谷上去拿走自己应得的酬劳，傲气凛然地离开了现场。这漂亮的反击让老鸨惶惶不可终日。没多久，老鸨便驾鹤西去，而甘谷凭借着大哥的势力接管了这里的一切。他把老鸨的钱财全部分给了其他的姐妹，至此他不用再接客，每天坐着宾利，穿戴着满身的金饰，开始为红灯区的女人创造一条有尊严的道路。同行请他来说服新人，甘谷会给女孩2个选择：一是留下来，一个是毒药。如果女孩选择毒药，甘谷就会出钱替女孩赎身，然后安排人护送女孩回家。手下不解，你这是在浪费钱。但甘谷却说，你不懂，因为他是在为日后竞选地区长蓄力，当上了地区长，他才能更好地保护这里的女性。但现任区长手段极高，更是当街撒钱提高自己的威望。为了竞选成功，甘谷再次找到了大哥，从他手里得到了经营酒水的合作。有了钱，他就安排人每晚在社区放电影。电影啊，在当时可是个稀奇玩意儿，所有人都挤上街道看电影。反观区长这边的演讲是空无一人。区长怒了，亲自找上了门，另极具压迫感的神情说：“我埋放了许多像你一样试图超过我的人，退出竞选是你唯一的出路。”甘谷清楚，想要胜利，他需要一个契机。当他看到一个锁在笼子里的女孩时，他意识到女孩就是契机。原来妈妈为了保护女儿，不得已才这么做。没办法，这里是红灯区，于是甘谷决定为女孩找个婆家，改变她的命运。可他唯一能想到的好人只有她的小男友。于是甘谷带着350克黄金、5万现金来到男友家里替女孩提亲。男友不明白甘谷为什么要这么做呀？甘谷问男孩父母：“如果自己嫁过来，你们会同意吗？”
And if a girl chose the poison, Gangubai would personally pay to free her. and sent her safely home. Her men did not understand. You're wasting money.
最终家长追上来表示了同意，甘谷则强装开心祝福了女儿，而她的爱情也随之烟消云散。女人看着男友骑着白马来迎娶新娘，而新娘却
When the election came, her rival, the district chief, used bribes and propaganda to secure his place. So Gangubai turned again to her mafia brother, gaining rights to sell liquor. With money flowing, she began showing films in the streets each night. Crowds gathered, mesmerized, while the chief's empty rallies dwindled into nothing. Enraged, he confronted her himself. "I've buried many like you," he warned darkly. "Step down or be destroyed." But Gangubai was not afraid. What she needed was a spark, and she found it in a caged little girl, sold into the trade by her own desperate mother. Determined to change at least one destiny, she arranged a marriage for the girl. Bringing gold and cash as dowry, she pleaded with the family until they agreed. Yet in doing so, she destroyed her own love. Her boyfriend, once her only dream, married the girl she had saved. On the wedding day, she smiled through her pain, offering her blessings. Then, hidden away in a loft, she wept until her chest burned. Her sacrifice of love was the final price she paid, and with it, she won the people. Gangubai was elected leader of Kamathipura. At her inauguration, she promised, "I will fight to give women the respect and rights they deserve." But her battle was far from over. Developers and schools joined hands to evict the women, claiming they were immoral, when in truth they coveted the land. The mafia don frightened off the developers, but the schools were left to her. So she marched with the children to enroll them. The headmaster refused, sneering, but she stood firm. And soon, with the press watching, the children were admitted. A photo of her with them spread like wildfire. Women's groups invited her to speak. She ripped up her pre-written speech and spoke straight from the heart. "Do our children not deserve education? Are they not India's future, just like yours?" Her words moved a nation. Even politicians came seeking her support. In exchange, they promised to let her meet the Prime Minister himself. When at last she stood before him, she pleaded, "Do not let Kamathipura's women be cast out. Give us the right to live with dignity." Her courage struck him deeply, and he vowed these women would not be abandoned. When Gangubai returned, she was welcomed not as a prostitute, nor as a victim, but as a queen. Her name never made it into the history books, but in the red light district of Mumbai, her story is etched in the hearts of every woman she fought for. She was their protector, their leader, their hope. Gangubai, the mafia queen.